Hi everybody, welcome. We're gonna do beginner yoga. And this class is gonna focus on to lower back pain. Lower back can manifest in your lower back. Majority of the people uh, feels tension or feels a tight or feels an instability on lower back. So today we're gonna do postures with a lot of detail to keep your back safe, a lot of stabilization so you get to work your abdominal muscles and prevent further lower back problems. And also separate kind of issues why your back could hurt. One issue could be because your lower back has too much movement. That means your vertebrae, your ligaments are too loose, and that makes your vertebrae move and pinch. We know that as a very general term called sciatic nerve pain, which could be sacroiliac syndrome, could be many reasons why your back is not stable. And the other big is people with a stiff back, people that has lost flexibility on the vertebrae, people that cannot tie their shoes, people that cannot touch the ground with the fingers, and there is this overall feeling of stiffness. So in this class, we're gonna try to bring a little bit of attention on the both aspects. There is one exercise that we do often in beginner yoga, and I always recommend for both cases. It's actually good for both extremes to create mobility and also to release the back. It's cat-cow. So let's begin first in sitting, lifting up the spine, and you inside your head and your mind gonna identify what conditions you have in your back. Allow the rhythm of your breath to flow. Breathing through the nose, inhale, counting 1, 2, 3, and exhale, counting 1, 2, and 3. Again, inhale, breathe 1, 2, 3, and exhale, breathe 1, 2, and 3. One more time. Respiro. 1, 2, 3. Exhalo. 1, 2, 3. And now bring your hands into prayer. Remember, in Hatha Yoga, we inhale and exhale through the nose. We welcome each other. Om Shanti, Shanti, Namaste. Welcome to class, everybody. Okay, let's lift up and shake your legs in front of you. Relax the legs, move the toes, the ankles, the feet. Let's come off the cushion and let's start with cat-cow, trying to both stretch the back when you go into upper facing cat and release the back when you go into angry cat. I always recommend to work with double mat. I have one mat here, then the other. If you don't have a double mat, you can go and grab your blanket. I'm gonna go hit mine. And the blanket works perfect for underneath the knees. Remember, these classes are live, means they are pre-recorded, but we don't edit them. So they're real. If you see me falling, I'm not gonna cut and edit. And I want to give the feeling that I give into the studio of this kind of connection, to know that yoga is not always perfect, that yoga sometimes in balancing you fall, that sometimes you get mistakes in your instruction, and this part of feeling this life vibe between us. Let's put the knees underneath the blanket, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. This is called all four positions. Now, keep the arms nice and straight. Now this is neutral back, when your back has natural curves either on your lower back and into your cervical vertebrae. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhalation, we're gonna round the spine, curl, tailbone under, push away. Feel shoulder blades moving away from each other. And on the next inhale, let's bring head up, chest up, Sit bones up, lifting all the way up. And on the exhalation, round your back one more time. Curl, tailbone under, push away and away and away. Inhale, head up, chest up, lift up. And this is going to stretch your back, feel nice arching here, recovering mobility. And on the exhalation here, your vertebrae are going to spread away from each other, giving space. And inhale, include the neck, look up, chest up, keep the arms super straight. And exhale one more time, roundness on your spine. Now, on the next inhale, we're gonna go up. This is the first one to help you stabilizing. It doesn't matter what condition in your lower back you have, this will be good to reconnect abdominal muscles. Remember, abdominal muscles, if they are healthy, they're definitely gonna take pressure away from your lower back. Look out forward, find a drishti. Bring the knees closer to each other. And on the next inhale, bring the right leg back and up. And on the exhale, shoot the left arm in front of you. Getting yourself up and straight. Good. Look out forward and have a drishti, a focal point. Try not to let the hips go this way. Make sure that both of the hip bones are parallel to the ground and the other arm is straight. And if you're not used to being on your hands, of course you're feeling tension on your wrist. Absolutely normal. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, put your hand down, put the knee down. Right away, switch. And on the next inhale, left leg goes back. Lift the chest. And on the exhale, send your arm in front of you. And keep extending all the spine, all the chest. Arm or leg reaching out. Breathe. Keep the abdominal muscles contained. Keep yourself up. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, put your hands down, put the knees down, and we're going to go into your beautiful child's pose. Relax yourself, relax your body, relax your arms. And in here, we want to create with child's pose a restful moment for your lower back. If you have knee problems, hip problems, and this hurts, know that you can prop yourself with this cushion or a full blanket between your hips and your thighs to prevent full flexion, and that's going to feel lovely. Now right here on the next inhale, we're going to lift ourselves back up to all fours. Lift up. Good. And we're going to make a little bit of an easier transition in here. This is part of beginner yoga. You're going to create tons of space, and you're going to bring the right foot forward in between your hands, creating space. And when you land with your foot, your ankle and your knees perfectly aligned, and you come forward here, and we're going to let the knee open farther away and put the knee on a blanket so the back of the knee doesn't get hurt. Front knee bends over the ankle. Now, right here, some people is already up to 100 in the stretch on the hip flexor of the leg behind you. Please be careful that is not too painful. And some people have some room to grow into this pose, which is going to help to tone your back muscles. It's going to help to open your hips. And it's going to help to tone, again, abdominal strength. So we're going to try the next step, which is one hand at a time going up to the thigh. This is called low lunge or lizard or dragon lunge. And now here, you're going to, again, one more time, check that the knee bends over the ankle. The back knee has no pain, and you, of course, feel the stretch on the front part of the left leg behind you. Now, in here, what we're going to do is feel how can you stabilize your back, having the sacral dimples perfectly parallel to each other. I'm showing you with my thumbs. And putting like an imaginary zipper with pelvic floor, doing a little bit of lift on your perineum, on the belly and lifting. And if you feel you can, here the last option will be bringing your hands up. Stay here and breathe. Reviewing the first 3 variations. Variation number 1, hands on the floor. Stay what you chose. I'm just reviewing so you can change your mind if you need to. Variation number 2, hands on the thighs. Variation number 3, hands up to the ceiling. And if you're up here, try to extend your back. That's just going to create the strong back muscles and latissimus dorsi, the longer muscles on your spine. And you're going to continue breathing in here, lifting up, rising up. Take another inhale. And on the exhalation, put your hands down into the floor. When your hands are down here, very easy. Runner stretch. Inhale. Bring yourself back up. And on the exhalation, you're going to bring the front leg straight, the right leg straight. And with your hips still center, lean back. Here, some people might need blocks or might need the bolster, because if you're a little bit tight into your hamstrings, you might not touch the ground. So putting the block here might give you some inches so you're not wobbly. Point the toes. When you point the toes, you're going to feel the stretch all into the front part of your foot. We're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to lift up. You can stay on 2 blocks or bolster or on the ground. And on the exhale, stretching deeper onto your hamstring, fold over to the shin. And breathe. Inhale through the nose. And exhale again through your nose. Relax your mind completely. Relax your jaw. Keep breathing. On the next inhale, we're going to come forward, bend your knee. Return yourself back into starting position, low lunge. Bring your hand inside so it's easier to move back. And lifting your chest on the next inhale, just move the leg back slowly. And when the leg is back, we're going to teach our first downward facing dog. You're going to extend the hands a little bit farther away. Hands open. Middle finger and index point forward, thumbs point towards each other right here. And when you're ready, on the next inhale, the knees come off the ground. And for some beginners that are new to yoga, knees bent quite a lot will make this experience easier, especially if the back of your leg, of your hamstring is tight. If you have space, you can bring the legs straight and bring the heels down towards the ground. And push chest back to the legs, sit bones to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Let's lift up into your toes. Rise, rise, rise. And on the exhale, bring yourself back. Heels down, arms straight. And stretch all your body. Beautiful. Now on the next inhale, we're going to bring the knees down to the floor. And one more time, we're going to go into a beautiful child's pose and rest in here into your arms, into your wrists. Keep the arms in front of you. Open and close your hands a few times. Open and close. This will be the biggest learning curve when you're a beginner. You're going to learn to work in your hands, and it's a whole process opening the wrist and the tendons. Now on the next inhale, we're going to come forward again, back into all fours, hands and knees. Very good. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring the left leg back. And on the exhale, we're going to create space and bring your foot forward. Remember, blanket is a nice addition in here so the back of the knee doesn't have impact. Front knee bends over the ankle. And you're going to stabilize yourself here, learning the first variation here, hands on the ground. You can bring the knee a little bit farther back, which will create more of an angle from the knee to your hip, creating more stretch in your hip flexor, which could be very pleasant. Top of the foot onto the ground and lift up chest, lift up your heart. Inhale and exhale. Now you could stay here, but if you want to work with pelvic floor and back muscles and at the same time stretch your hip, come up in here into your thigh, and you never go here being heavy. You want to be strong, creating here a stabilization of one of your sacral dimples perfectly aligned to the other. And now bring your hands into your quad, lift up your chest, lift up the heart, and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Last variation, if you feel absolutely balanced, you can bring your hands up. And when you go up, the entire spine extends. Keep the shoulders down, and you can work a little bit more your back muscles. We have level 1, 2, and 3. Choose what it makes sense for you. Keep working onto your hip. Keep working into your abs. Keep working in stability. Hold. We take one more inhale. And on the exhalation, the hands are going to come down to the floor. On the next inhale, you're going to return yourself back in here. And on the exhale, we're going to extend the leg. Take a deep inhale, bring your head and your chest up. And on the exhalation, we're going to go into runner stretch, going down, forehead down towards the shin. Point your toes, stretch the top part of your foot. Breathe onto the back of your leg. Try to do as much stretch on the front part of your foot as you can. Keep breathing, sigue respirando. And on the next inhale, you're gonna bend the knee and come forward, returning yourself back into starting position. Open your foot, put your hand inside, and carefully from your side. This is all beginner transitions. They're not so complex. You just put your leg back. When you're ready, from all fours, send the hands out forward. One more time. Getting your hands ready for downward facing dog. Middle finger and index, try to point forward, thumbs open, looking at each other. Inside out of the elbow, looking up towards each other. Already send traction back, keep the seat bones open, and lift, and start with the knees bent so you stretch. Bring the chest back to the legs, seat bones to the ceiling, and when you're ready, bring here the heels to the ground and stretch all the way back. On the next inhale, lift up the 10 toes off the mat, rise up. And on the exhalation, send the weight back, back and stretch. Good. One more time, take a deep inhale, lift up, rise up, rise up. And on the exhale, go back again and stretch.
Lots of traction in your body, lots of opening. And right here, this is one of the parts in yoga. There is the most delicate forward bends, Uttanasana. This is where a lot of the people get hurt if they don't have correct cues. So let's do an easy transition. We're going to bend your knees quite a bit and have 2 little steps forward on the balls of your feet with the knees very bent. Give couple steps back. That's it. And what you're trying to do is have the feet down, taking all the weight. And because we don't know yet how your back is going to react, you're going to maintain the knees very, very bent, making sure that you don't pull into your lower back. Cup each elbow with each palm. Let your arms relax. And right here, the knees bent are allowing the glutes and the thighs to be active so they're not so invasive into your lower back, and hopefully you're working with the belly in. This adjustment with the knees bent is ideal for herniated disc, ideal for pinched nerves. And if you want to work in flexibility and you don't have any contraindications, you may want to try to bring the legs straight as I'm doing right now. And give it a shot hanging in here like you were in a traction table, hanging upside down, stretching your back. This is making you stretch from here to here, from here to here into your neck, the last vertebrae of your neck. And of course, it's a great, great work for the hamstrings into length, back of the leg. Now, let's release the arms, let them be heavy. Bend your knees, press your feet into the ground, and one vertebrae at a time, we're gonna let ourselves go and roll your spine. One vertebrae at a time. Keep the belly engaged, arms heavy, shoulders heavy. Getting up, up. Bring the shoulders up and down. Stretch your arms for a moment. Breathe. And stabilize yourself in mountain pose. Now, right here, we're gonna work a little bit of core stabilization on your feet. I may wanna suggest that folding one layer of your mat will give you better stabilization, working directly into the floor. This is one of my favorite ways to work belly and back with balance. Have your feet hip width apart right there. Bring your hands into prayer pose. And right here on the next inhale, you're gonna switch all the way to the right leg and bring the left leg off the ground. Take a moment. Take your thumbs, place them on your sacral dimples and make sure you're not uneven. Make sure you can make your hips be parallel, and this is something really important for health into your back. And right here on the next inhale, hands are in prayer. You're gonna return the leg to the ground, bring the arm up, straight all your spine up.
And on the exhale, with a lot of balance, looking in front of you, get a drishti. Bring the knee up, bring your hands in prayer and lift. Inhale, go up again. Extend yourself all the way up. Exhale, work slowly. Bring your hands to prayer. Bring the knee up. Lift. Keep the shoulders down. Inhale, go up. We're going to do that 5 times. This is our third. Exhale, in. Beautiful. This is making you work with abs. This is making you stabilize your back. Inhale. This is the last one, and on the exhale, go up. Breathe. Keep inhaling. Interlace your hands. Go out forward. Grab the knee and allow the knee to come in towards your chest, keeping your shoulders down. Inhale through your nose. And exhale again through your nose. Now release carefully. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring your leg down and shake out your leg. This is not only good for your back, this is good for your mind. Good to ground the thoughts, good to ground yourself to earth beneath your feet. Magic things happen in yoga, and one of those could be that you recover your balance. And this is a really good beginner kind of testing the waters. Where are you with balance? Look in front of you, find again your drishti, your focal point. Switch the leg to the left, all the way to the left. And when you're ready, hands in prayer, take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring the right knee up. Thumbs into sacral dimples, the little dimples. You know they go indents on your back, and you try to bring them absolutely straight and parallel towards each other. Good. Hands in prayer on the next inhale. Bring your arms up, the leg down to the ground, lift. And on the exhalation, we're gonna bring the knee up, the hands in prayer. Inhale one more time, lift. And on the exhalation, we're gonna bring yourself up, up, up. Inhale, go up again. Exhale, in. Inhale, go up again. Exhale, go in. Inhale, go up again. Exhale, center yourself, use your core. 5 times each side. One last. Inhale, grow up nice and tall. Exhale, come in, leg in, rise, interlace, grab your leg. And hold in here, working in balance. Try not to lean back with your upper body. Try to stay nice and straight. Balance. Of course you're shaking. Of course you're working. Keep your mind still. Keep your body still. Keep the shoulders down. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, release. And carefully bring the leg down. Very good. And now shake your legs, relax the legs. If you try this at home and you were all over the place, kind of falling, I'm going to give you a nice cue. Here is a window. I'm working against a window. So I could bring my index on the window right here for a little bit of moral support. I could be working in here, lifting and pulling
lifting and pulling. Some people had different disorders as vertigo or inner balance dysfunction that can compromise your balancing. So using a surface is nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you did okay. If not, always work with a surface nearby you. Let's go back to the front of your mat right here. And let's talk about an asana that a lot of people don't like. But if you learn this asana, could be your easy access up and down from the ground without jeopardizing your lower back. This asana is called chair pose. Let's put an easy example. If you have something in front of you and you're gonna grab it off the ground, majority of the people goes this way, grab it and pick it up, and this is how, boom, you can injure your back. You do it in an airport when you're lifting suitcases, you do it in your bed when you lift up the mattress. So chair pose trains you to go down and up using the correct muscles, helping you stabilize your back. So we're going to start right here. Imagining a low bench behind you. You can actually work with a real bench behind you if you need to. Hip flexor, go in. Sit back. Bend your knees. And imagine that here's your chair. I have never seen anybody sitting on a chair like this. This is unnatural for my knees and painful. So you want to bring your hands right into your hip flexors. Make sure that the hip flexors go in, that the belly relaxes a bit. And all the strength goes into your glutes, into your thighs, and then you can bring your hands in prayer, lift up your chest. And from this point, it's way easier to go down and pick something off the ground without putting your back in danger. So right here, we're going to take a deep inhale. And right bent as you are on the exhale, you're going to go down to the floor. And right here, bent as you are, like you're splashing on water, you're going to send your arms forward. Keep the knees bent and just move the upper body. And on the exhale, push on your legs and rise up. And that make your back a little bit more stable. Let's do it again, the whole thing. Right here, your feet is hip width apart, hip flexors go in. Imagine your low bench behind you. Put your arms a little bit of eye level on the next inhale. On the exhale, sit back and down. Remember, you want to have a 90-degree angle on the knees and not bend too much. Keep the chest straight. Right here, only the upper body goes down, 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 and you can even touch the ground with no pain on your back as these muscles are active, defending. Now, look out forward, take a deep inhale, put your arms out, push on your legs, continue bending, lift, lift, and so it's a little bit of a stronger pose, but yet keeps your back safe. One last time for transition. This is where beginners learn transitioning. Take a deep inhale, bring up your arms, and on the exhale, go into your low bench. Sit down right here. Careful of your back, no impact here. Just gonna bring your hands down to the ground, bending as much as you need to. Plant your hands strong and one leg at a time, put it back. We return to downward facing dog. And then the other. Bend your knees if you need to. Turn the sit bones up. Do traction back. And stretch one more time. And remember, if it's time for you to work the legs straight, you work the legs straight. If not, you bend your knees and it's perfectly okay. Move your feet up and down a couple times. Letting all the toes crack. Breathe. On the next inhale, you go up, up, up. On the exhale, bring the heels down to the floor. On the next inhale, the knees go down, and we're going to go back into a break, into child's pose. We haven't done anything in our belly yet, which is the part that focuses the most in back. This is next. So take 3 breaths in child's pose. Resting your hands, resting your legs, breathe. Bring your arms in front of you. And when you feel ready, you're going to slide like a caterpillar towards the front, all the way towards the front. Good. Okay, you made it. Oh. Okay. The first that we're going to learn today is for backs that are stiff and they need a good stretch. And it also can be done for backs that need stabilization. We're going to give 2 different cues. So please, let's bring attention. And I'm going to change my position so I can see you and you can see me as I speak. So right now, first things is having each elbow in each hand and making sure that the elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And now we're going to extend your arms in front of you and have your hands shoulder width apart. The second thing we want to watch is that the shoulders are down. The neck is nice and long. And right when you're here is when we're going to start. Hi, Bailey, that's my doggy. Come on, bud, let's go sideways. We're going to start lifting up, and here's where we're going to watch what kind of alignment we need. The first alignment that is going to be offered is for backs that suffer of stiffness. For somebody that has extreme inflexibility on your back, you cannot tie your shoes anymore. When you're sitting down for long periods of time and you bring yourself straight, it hurts and it feels dull in your lower back. Work your sphinx with your glutes. Absolutely relax. No leg, no glute. So all the stretch is going to go directly into your sacroiliac joint. Keep the shoulders down. Now, if you're looking to bring a little bit more stabilization into your lower back, if you suffer from sciatic nerve pain, if you had herniated a disc, or if you have a herniated disc now, this is a posture that can actually help you, but you're going to put a little bit of belly work, doing a light suction of your belly in towards your spine, a little bit of press of the pubic bone down to the floor, and a very mild squeeze of your glutes. And those 3 points, belly, pubic bone against the ground, and glutes mildly engaged, will give you the sense of stabilization of your bones, letting it be less invasive on your lower back. What's going to happen to the student right now that has no idea what kind of back you have? Well, try both. And what feels right, that is your pose. First of all, try with the glutes absolutely relaxed and your legs relaxed. And then right away, you can bring the belly in, press the pubic bone down and put glutes. And the one that feels the best, that's your pose. Everybody's different, remember that. Take another inhale. And on the exhalation, we're going to go down to the floor. One hand on top of the other and rest your forehead down on top of your hands. Bring your hands down underneath the shoulders. Take a deep inhale.
Let's bring ourselves back into hands and knees. Good.
And on the exhalation, we're gonna go down into beautiful child's pose again. We work an extension going into Sphinx, a round spine going into child's pose, or counter pose each other nicely. Bring your hands right underneath the shoulders and bring yourself up.
For a lot of beginners, this is not an option to put weight on the knees. This is called thunderbolt. If it hurts you, immediately you're gonna go down and not put this stress on your knees, and shake your legs in front of you. Relax your legs. There is another part that is very controversial in yoga, where a lot of people that didn't know they have an inflammation on their lower back, or a disc that is inflamed or protuberant, can really be hurt, and is flexion forwards. When you're doing a flexion forward, could be legs together, leg apart, one leg, and you reach out forward and down. And if your disc is swollen and you push too hard, you can really create damage. So this is one of the asanas and postures and movements that you have to be careful in yoga if you're suffering of the conditions I told you. How you're going to soften up this is sitting on the cushion, which will lift up your back a bit and already help you with the opening, so you're not going in complete curve forward, yet you're extending. For backs, they're really damaged, and if you're in a remission of sciatic nerve pain or hernia, it's better that you stay up and don't pinch your back going forward and down, because it will hurt you right away into the lower back and into the leg. For backs that need flexibility, you might feel stuck right away, and you might be able to come down very few centimeters. And for backs that have a little bit more movement and there's no contraindications, you will find space to go farther down. Everybody's different, and we're going to start in Baddha Konasana, butterfly, feet together, knees open to the side. So somebody that needs to be a little bit more controlled because of pinch back, you can stay up using your hands. If your body naturally stops you here, you're going to hold in here and work in flexibility. And if your back is very loose and you have tons of space, you're going to go down, all the way down to the floor, and stay down. Now, bottom to top, you're going to start rolling up, bringing yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae, round spine, chin tucked in, all the way up, careful of your back. Bring the knees together, and let's move the cushion to your side and shake your legs in front of you. Relax your legs, shake out your legs. Good. Now let's come forward to the front part of your mat. Extend your arms in front. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to do like an angry cat. And keeping your spine round, go softly down to hug the knees into your chest. Right here, head on the ground. And this, every chiropractor
every traumatologist has recommended to you at one point or the other to hug the knees to your chest. Create flexibility on your lower back, and that feels just so lovely. This is to ease lower back pain, each hand onto each knee. On the inhale, fill up your belly like a big balloon. Fill it up in 1, fill it up in 2, fill up in 3. And on the exhale, empty the lungs and squeeze the knees to your chest. 1, 2, and 3. One more time, fill up in 1, 2, 3. And exhale, squeeze them in. 1, 2, and 3. So the natural movement on your body on the inhale, as the belly rises, the thighs, the knees move away. And on the exhale, as you empty the lungs, the knees moving towards you. 1, 2, and 3. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, and 3. And now right here, keep them squeezed. Inhale to your upper chest. And exhale, bring the chin into your chest, the forehead up. Doing this movement stretches all your back as you're in a curve right here. Gets you strong into abdominal muscles. If you have any neck concern, you can do the same with the hands interlaced behind you, supporting your neck. Closing the elbows beside the ears. And last but not least, holding the outside of your feet. Hold. Now bring your hands to the knees. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring your head down into the floor. And bring the legs down into the floor. And relax your back. Nice and relax in your back. Open your arms for a moment. The next one is one of the classiest, more classic asanas that we do in yoga. It's Setu Bandha, and is for strengthening your legs, strengthening your glutes, strengthening your back muscles, and stretching the upper back and a little bit of the neck curve. So let's place your hands by your sides. Place the feet knee, hip width apart, feet hip width apart. And avoiding the knees opening this way, make sure that here are your hip bones and the knees are finding the same alignment, arms by your sides. Press into your feet, and now starting the lift. As you inhale, start first with your glutes, contract. Then the mid back. Keep rising. Keeping the feet underneath the knees, arms by your sides, chin tucked in slightly. Tons of toning on your glute, tons of lifting. Hold. Chin tucked in slightly. Strong back. There is a variation that is really good if we're talking in terms of your upper back in your mid back, which is bringing your arms underneath you. And if you have the space, interlace your hands. Arms are straight. Lift, breathe into the belly. Inhaling, belly rises like a big balloon. Exhale, belly sinks down. Breathe again, inhale. Exhale. Keep resisting with the legs, not letting this happen. Keep the alignment, the pelvic floor. This is great to tone your back muscles. And now release your hands. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, let's go down slowly, one vertebrae at the time. All the way down. Knees to chest. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring your forehead up to the knees. One more time. Small, little, shoulders drop. One more inhale. And on the exhalation, bring your head down and bring the legs down to the floor. And shake the legs in front of you. Relax your legs. Go with the arms by your sides. Bring your feet together, knees open sideways. Almost ready for Shavasana. Just having a moment to ground yourself, to breathe. Bring yourself back to center. Last asana today. Open your arms, one line with the shoulders. Cross here the right foot above the left knee. Your foot is outside the leg, creating the number 4 figure. You're going to take a deep inhale right here. And on the exhalation, this is a very soft twist to stretch your back, not in an abrupt way. Let the leg fall over. And now look to the opposite side that the legs fall with both shoulders on the ground. Try to be heavy. Count 5 breaths. This is a gentle twist. This is even more gentle than double knee twist because there's very little movement into your lower back. It's more into the outside of the leg, but there's certain twist in here. On the next inhale, you can bring the knees, the leg back to center, head back to center. And on the exhale, you're going to bring the legs in towards you, creating again the number 4. And this will stretch the hip, but also relax the lower back. You can hold from the front part of the leg, or you can hold from underneath in the back of the leg. You take a deep inhale through the nose. And on the exhalation, the legs go in towards you and stretch your hip. Inhale, breathe. And exhale. Keep breathing. Letting go the back of your legs smoothly. Land with the foot onto the ground. Hug the knee into your chest. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring your forehead up to the knee. We're almost closing. Right here, bring the head down. Place the leg down into the ground. Bring now the opposite leg above the knee, creating the number 4. Extend your arms. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, let's fold to the other side. Look to the opposite side that the legs fell in, and just right here, stretch. See how little the back actually twists? So this is a really good twist that somebody even with fused back can do, because it's more towards the glute and the outer side of the leg. Arms are opening. Do 5 breaths in here. Good. And on the next inhale, bring your head back to center. Bring the legs back into center. And on the exhalation, you're going to bring the legs in towards you right there. Hold the front part of your knee from the front on the shin or from underneath the leg, whichever feels best. This is not only going to help you to open the gluteus medius, it's actually going to help you to release your back. It's a brilliant asana to practice every day if you wish. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhalation, let the leg come closer to you. Stretching. Breathe. Nice. Last little squeeze. Trying to finish your class with a yummy stretch for your hips. Return the foot into the ground. Hug the knee into your chest. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring your forehead up to the knee right there. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, bring your head down into the floor. Bring the leg down to the ground. And if you have really back injury on your lower back and having the legs straight hurts you, you can fold a couple of blankets, creating the shape of a bolster like the one I have right now. And if you don't have a bolster, again, something underneath the knee curve so your back is not flat. And right here takes a lot of the stress out of your lower back. Relax into your hips. Bring the arms by your sides, chin tucked in slightly. And take a few deep breaths in here. The reward of a great beginner class that lasted a long time like this one, that it was an hour, is to have a time in Shavasana where you let go. These are gentle beginner classes where we're doing a little bit of movement, yet not too slow, yet not too fast. Easy into transitions. Closing your eyes. Relax. Feeling perhaps no more pain on your back. Opening on your pelvis, opening on your arms. Remember, you are the boss in these classes. It's an hour now since we started, so I'm gonna close class. But if for some reason you are so comfortable and you feel you need to stay here longer, just please stay where you are. And if you're ready to come back, move your hands, move your feet. Bring the knees to chest. Rock side to side, shoulder to shoulder. Squeezing one more time in towards you. Probably this is a class that is going to make you feel really good today and tomorrow in your back. Roll to your side, come up, lift up. Remember, these classes, you have them in your Drishti membership. So if there is a class that have a special impact on your body of feeling good, you can repeat this class as many times as you need it. It doesn't matter because my style, Anna's teaching style, is teaching different classes all the time. You have to do different yoga all the time. Perhaps in this experience of working at home, you're going to find a few classes that really make sense on your body, and you can repeat them weekly. I'm going to give you an assortment of them in different points of your body, and you are going to choose what kind of yoga make sense for your body. This is Ana Paula Hernandez. Ana, as you know me from Drishti Center Online. Hopefully you're enjoying this platform. More to come, fresh classes every day. See you next time. Namaste, everybody. Oming from my heart to your heart. See you.